Yes, hi, thanks for joining me today. Today we'll do an all-round gentle class using a chair, a belt, and a wall. All right, come to sitting on your chair. Have your heels under your knees. Have your hands on your thighs. Press especially the inner feet into the mat. Descend the tailbone down. Press your hands into your thighs. Lift the sternum. Roll the shoulders back and down. And feel that groundedness of the feet, how that helps you to rise the trunk, to lift the spine all the way up, even past the crown of the head. Now keep that lift in the chest, that broadness of your collarbones, and join the palms together at the center of your chest. Use your thumbs to lift that sternum bone up, and keep the elbows releasing down towards the floor. Now go ahead, close and soften your eyes. Bring your mind inwards here to get ready to do your yoga practice. Sit for a minute, observe your breath, your inhales, your exhales. Observe that groundedness of the feet that helps you to rise up through your spine. And let's chant one Om together here. Take a deep breath in. Om. Inhale, keep that lift in your chest. Exhale, release your head down. Release your hands to your thighs. On an inhale, lift your head up. And slowly open your eyes. Now you're going to bring your belt over. I have mine right here. So have your yoga belt. Just have it, have the buckles open, or you can have a big loop. I'm just going to double mine because it's kind of long. And then hold the belt in front. Have your hands as wide as your shoulders. Again, press the feet into the ground, into the mat, and stretch your arms up. Reach up. Now, if your shoulders are tight, you can take your hands further apart. Lift up through your fingertips. Press the feet into the ground. Let the shoulder blades rise up towards the ceiling. Get taller. Lift the side ribs. Exhale, bring your arms down. Take a breath here, relax your shoulders. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Reach up. Reach up. Lengthen the side ribs. Get taller. And feel your inner arms. There's a little rolling back of those inner arms. And exhale, bring your arms down. And just put that belt next to you. A little bit of cat-cow here just to warm up the back. So bring your hand into your knees. Scoop the belly back. So you're rounding. Actually, you see me from the side. You're scooping the belly back and rounding your lower back, rounding your upper back, looking down. And then you're coming forward, arching, bending your elbows. Lift the head up a little bit. Exhale, round. Broaden the shoulder blades. Inhale, arch. Let the tailbone lift. Let the lower back or sacrum come forward. Lift your sternum bone. And go with your breath. Exhale, round. Scoop that belly in. Inhale, arch. Roll the shoulder blades back and maybe start to lift the head a little more. Exhale. Inhale. And let's finish on the rounding, scooping the belly in, pressing the feet into the mat. And then come upright, come to sitting upright. Now go ahead, interlace your hands like this behind your neck. So just, behind your lower head rather, just above the neck. And then lift your chest, lift up through your elbows, and just press your head a little bit back into the hands, but press the hands into the back of the head. And then keep that lift in your chest and release the chin down. Now I'm not pushing my head down with the hands. I'm taking the chin down, but with my hands I'm actually pulling the back of my head away from the neck. So I'm lengthening the neck. And then lift your chest, take the head back, press your hands into the head. And exhale. Take the chin down as you lengthen the neck by pulling the head up towards the ceiling. This should feel good. And take the head back. As you take the head back, lift from the armpits to the elbows. Lift your chest bone up. Notice my upper back moves forward towards the chest. That upper back gets a little stubborn as we get older. Head down, exhale. And then come back to neutral. Now, keep sitting tall, lift your chest, roll the shoulders back and down, and then let your chin go down towards the chest without the chest sinking. And then just circle your head in the front from your right shoulder to your left shoulder. Go slow. Notice how your neck feels. Keeping that lift of the chest bone, the sternum, as the chin goes down in the center. Maybe there's a little bit of noise coming from that neck. And then inhale, lift your head up into the center. Now look to your right, look to your left. Turn the head slowly. And try to notice what else moves in your body as you turn the head. Try to go a little below the neck and notice. Right? There's a little movement in the shoulder blade as I turn my head to my right, to your left. That opposite shoulder blade is moving a little bit away from my spine. So just notice these connections. And then one more time, roll slowly from right to left. And bringing the head back into the center. Now go ahead, stretch your right arm forward. Let's hold this arm. Let's go ahead, hold this arm. And hold your tricep, your upper arm, and roll the inner arm up towards the ceiling. And then pull that arm up. Feel how you get longer on that side. And then bend the elbow, hold the elbow. Lift your chest up, sternum bone up. Feel how this right armpit opens. And then release that. Hold the other upper arm. Roll that inner arm up towards the ceiling. Outer arm goes down. And then lift it up. Lift the arm up. Lift the arm up. Reach the fingers. Lengthen the ribs up. Bend the elbow. Hold the elbow, press your head back a little bit, keeping the chin level. Feel that sternum bone lifting, armpit opening, and release. Now take your hand out to the side, your right hand, turn the thumb down, and I'll do this on my back side. I'm going to bring your hand here, bring it in, pull it over. It might not come as far over to the side as I have my hand here, but do what you can here to bring the elbow in, roll the shoulder back, and do what you can to take the hand up. Maybe it just comes to here, but keeping that shoulder rolled back. Right? With your right arm, shoulder rolled back. If the hand goes higher, bring it higher. Lift your chest. Press that hand into your back, especially if it's between the shoulder blades. You can really feel that movement of the upper back moving forward. And then release. Let's bring your left arm out to the side, turn the thumb down, bring the hand across the back so the hand starts to stick out here on the other side. Roll the shoulder back. So there's no forcing that hand up. Move the hand up. No forcing it. Rolling that shoulder back is more important. Sit tall, lift your chest. And release that hand. Now let's take one leg out to the side, sit tall. Bring that leg in. Let's take the other leg out to the side, sit tall. Bring that leg in, press the feet into the ground, take your right leg out to the side, turn the toes all the way out. Feel that stretch of the inner thigh. Turn the abdomen forward over that, what I call the standing leg, the standing foot. Bring the leg in, take the other leg out. Just feel that stretch, turn the abdomen forwards, lift your chest, bring the foot in. Now let's do both sides. Bring your knees out to the side, both legs out to the side. For some people, this is a strong stretch. For me, this is quite a strong stretch. And how far we can take those legs out depend on our hips. And then turn your right palm out and just press your hand into the knee. Turn the abdomen, roll that top shoulder back. Reach down the leg a little bit, reach down the leg. So there's a little twist here, and then stretch your arm out. So this is a seated triangle pose. And inhale, come up. Bring your other hand, left hand down the knee, press into the knee. Turn your abdomen, take your hand on the waist, and roll that top shoulder back. Now as you turn that abdomen, the knee wants to come forward, so press it back. Reach your arm up. And inhale, come up. Let's do that again. Knees together, knees apart. Press into the feet, descend the tailbone. Lift the abdomen up. Bring your hands against the knees, sit tall. And then go ahead. Take your right hand down the leg and press that arm into the knee and turn the abdomen. And then stretch your arm up and come back to center. And then reach your left hand down the inner knee, press it into the inner knee, turn the abdomen, turn the shoulder, the chest, reach the arm up. And feel how that knee wants to come forward, so you press it back gently. Breathe and come up. Bring your knees together and let's come up to standing. So let's repeat this pose. So now let's repeat this pose standing, Trikonasana. If you try this pose and you find that that's too difficult, you repeat it again on the chair. If you find that I'm almost there, then you can always put a couple of blankets, make that chair a little bit taller. So let's give it a try here. Bring your hands to the waist. Take your feet wide. Have your foot under the chair. Turn your right foot out. And maybe go a little wider with that back foot. Right, now turn that inner leg to the outer leg. Take the abdomen forward like we did on the chair. Stretch your arms out. The legs are strong. Come over on the chair. Take your hand down. Stretch the other arm up. Reach the middle of your chest to that top hand. Use the hand on the chair to pull up through that right leg. And then come up. Turn your toes. Walk your feet together. Let's go around to the other side. Go as wide as you comfortably can. Take the tailbone down, lift your chest, roll the shoulders back. And now turn your left foot out. And once you turn that left leg from the inner to the outer, maybe if your feet are very close together, maybe you can go a little wider. See what comes. Stretch your arms out. Lift your chest. Ground the feet. Now be strong in both legs. Firm, straight legs. Reach over. Hand on the chair. Other hand up. And lift your chest, center of your chest towards the top hand. Use the hand on the chair to help you draw up through that leg. Make it firm. And come up. Walk your feet together. Now let's move all the way back into the chair seat. So I'm leaning towards the back of the chair. I want to work my muscles a little bit in the leg, the quadriceps, the knees, which is important for the standing poses. So go ahead, stretch your right leg out. Press the leg and the thigh down into the chair, but lift the heel up and reach out through the inner leg. This is harder than it looks. Spread your toes. So I'm doing a Dandasana leg, staff pose leg, with that right leg. Firm the knee, firm the quadricep, right? Draw the muscles up that will lift your kneecap and release that leg down. Press it into the floor. Stretch your left leg out. Flex your toes back towards your body. Feel that quadricep already engaging. It has to engage to keep that heel lifted. The kneecap draws up rather towards the quadriceps, and relax that leg down. Press both feet into the mat, inner feet, ground the tailbone. Now let's go ahead again, lift that right leg up, lift the heel, firm the thigh, flex your toes, roll the leg a little in. This is harder than it looks. I can feel that muscle working in that leg. Hopefully you can too. And ground the feet, feel grounded, feel that tailbone, that connection to the tailbone. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes, spread the toes, firm that leg. It has to lift. Roll that inner leg or roll that thigh inwards so the toes point up towards the ceiling. And release. Right, for the next pose, let's come up to standing. My chair is a little low, so if your chair is low, go to the wall instead. Have your wall, face the wall, hold the wall, and we're just going to do heel raises. So have your feet hip width. Spread your toes. Spread your toes. And just lift up on your heels. Up and down. Really try to lift. And notice what engages the glutes. Engage here the calves. I find this kind of a killer pose. My calves are not very strong. Even though it's very simple, it's something I should do more. So do as many as you can, lifting up. You can also go ahead and turn your toes out a little bit. See what that gives you. See how that feels. Maybe do 10 or 20 of these. Notice how that feels in the glutes. That's maybe a little more work there. So notice that. This is already hard. Now you can turn your toes in a little bit. And do the same here. Your core working, tailbone down, abdomen, lifting up, drawing in, chest lifted. And do more here if you can. And when you get really tight in those calves especially, then shake your legs out a little bit. Okay, then let's look a little bit at the yogic plank pose, chaturanga. So lift your hands up, bring your hands in line with your right in front of your armpits, like that. Spread the fingers. Just take your elbows out a little bit. Now you're going to take your elbows in so they come under your, a little bit more in line with your shoulders, maybe a little bit wider. And then you lift your chest, you roll or draw the shoulder blades down the back. Right? So in the front, this broadness here of the collarbones. So that'll be your chaturanga. So if we're doing this seated, just have a try with this on your chair. Bring your hands to your thighs. Lean a little forward from the hip crease. Roll the shoulders back and down. Now take your elbows straight back. Press your inner hands, your index and your thumbs. Now come forward. Press your hands into the thighs. Now when we come forward, now we don't have so much weight here because we're seated on the chair. So we don't have so much weight in the arms here. So when you come forward, see that your shoulders don't collapse forward like this. Keep those shoulders rolling back and shoulder blades moving down towards the waist. Sternum bone lifted. And press up. So we're making the pose fairly accessible here, seated on the chair. And the elbows, they keep them in close, upper arms close to the ribs. Now let's go ahead and try this standing at the wall. So you're going to keep your hands spread the fingers at the wall, press your index thumb, walk your feet back a little bit. The more you walk them back, the harder it'll be. And then come up on your toes, take your elbows down, point them down towards the floor. Now press your hands down on the wall, lift your chest, roll the shoulder blades down. And now you can do the push-ups here. Right, so if the arms are weak here, then this happens. The pelvis moves in because we don't have the strength in the arms. So you want to take the thighs back, right? Abdomen back. And keep your whole body as a tree trunk, as a plank, straight. And then you can work on your strength like this. Gain a little more strength. Do as many as you can here until you get tired in the triceps. Right? The triceps feel this workout. So keep going. Good. And then interlace your hands on the back. Roll the shoulders back. Stretch your arms down. Lift your chest. Lift your chest up. Good. Now we're going to repeat that pose seated on the chair. Turn my chair so you can see me from the side. Now interlace the hands on the back. Press the feet into the mat. Roll the shoulders back and down and reach the hands down. Now you're going to come forward from the hip crease. Come forward. Roll those shoulders back. Now this is quite strong. Lift the arms up. But only as far as you can continue to roll the shoulders back. Now you can let the head go. Lift those arms up. And come back. And release. Now the next pose we'll do is Parsvottanasana. We're going to do it first with the wall, and then we're going to repeat it with the chair. So come to your wall. Face the wall. Have your hands again in line with the armpits. Step your left foot back and turn the toes a little bit out to the side and have your feet fairly wide, about 3 feet. Press your inner front foot and then press your hands into the wall. Walk your hands up the wall, fingertips on the wall, and then I continue to press my front foot and I draw up through this right leg. Now this is a strong stretch. The reason that it's called intense stretch, it's intense on the back calf. For me, it's pretty intense there. Now this front leg wants to bend, so you really have to press into the front foot and draw up to that outer hip. And step forward, change leg, step your left foot back, turn the toes out a little bit, look towards the wall, press your inner front foot, and you can bend it a little bit first. And then find this action of drawing up through the leg. Start to straighten that leg. Maybe it won't come quite straight, that's okay. But do your best here, draw up through the leg. Now walk your hands up the wall. Press the back heel, outer heel. And that back leg is rolling back. That inner leg is rolling back. Look a little forward towards the wall, chest up towards the chin. And hold the wall, step in. Now let's repeat this pose with the chair. So a little more intense. If you find that that's going to be too intense, then you can repeat it with the wall. So let's do the right foot first. We're stepping the left foot back. I'm going to move this chair a little forward. Now keep a little bend here in that front leg. Press the inner foot. Press the outer back heel on the back leg and roll this inner leg back. That inner back leg back. Now go ahead, straighten the front leg. Draw it up into the hip. Now reach over the chair. This might be too much. Like I said, you can repeat it on the wall, walking your hands up the wall. Chest forward. So my hips go back. My ribs move forward. Breathe here, let the head go in between the arms. And then bend the leg. Step forward, switch side, left foot back. Keep that front leg a little bent. Press into the inner foot. Now the back heel, outer heel is pressing. And that back leg is rolling back. That inner leg is rolling back. So my hip, my outer hip can come forward. And now start to straighten that front leg. See what comes. Draw that leg up into the hip. Now look forward. And reach your hands forward as you continue to reach your hips back. Let the head go down in between the arms. Take a few breaths here. Again, if it's too intense, repeat the version at the wall. And bend the leg, hold the chair, and come up. Now go ahead, turn the chair around. Take your legs as wide as the mat. Let's go ahead, repeat the hands interlacing on the back. Lift your chest, roll the shoulders back, reach the arms down. Now firm your legs, roll them in. Firm legs, firm those kneecaps, the thighs as we were doing seated on the chair. Bend forward now, bend forward, chest forward. Just come to this halfway, maybe a little higher than halfway. Concave back, chest forward. Let's see where you can keep, how long you can keep that concave back. And then let go with your hands. Bring them onto the chair. Press down, make your arms firm. Lift up through your inner arms. Look forward. Shoulder blades moving back towards the waist. Firm those legs as when you were sitting on the chair. Thighs drawing up, kneecaps lifting. And then let's go ahead and bring the hands over the back of the chair. It's a half forward bend. Hips reaching back. Hands reaching forward. Chest forward. Feel like you're growing longer from your hips to your armpits. Breathe. And then go ahead, bring your hands onto the chair. And bring your hands back to the hips. And come upright. All right, now come to sitting on your chair. I'm sitting with my side to the chair. Press your feet in to the mat. Press your hands into the legs like we were doing in the beginning. Lift your chest, roll the shoulders back. And then go ahead, turn to the back of the chair. Roll those shoulders away from the neck. Do a Bharadvajasana twist. So feel even weight on both sitting bones. Sit tall, lift up through the crown of your head. Press with your left hand. I call this the back hand. And the front hand is gently pulling, just to guide what I'm doing in that twist. Just to guide that movement of the ribs, of the back body as it turns. Maybe turn the neck a little bit, but see what comes. Don't force that neck around. Come to the front. Press into the feet, press your hands into the thighs. Descend the tailbone, lift your front body. Feel that even weight on the sitting bones. And again, when you turn, feel that weight, even weight on the sitting bones. Roll that right shoulder back and down. And let the hands be a guide. Press with your back hand. Gently pull with your left hand. Turn your abdomen around. Go with your breath. Inhale, sit tall. No forcing the twist. Turn the neck, maybe even just a little bit here. And come to the front. Now, if you are okay getting on the floor, then come to the floor into Savasana. Now, if you're not okay with coming to the floor in Savasana, then let me show you how you can do a relaxing Savasana corpse pose seated on the chair. Now, don't skip corpse pose. It's really important that we spend a little time after our yoga practice to absorb, for the body to absorb what we've been learning and to relax the nervous system and the mind. So if you have a bolster or some blankets, place them for your feet. Now I just got a pillow. If you had a second bolster, you could put it behind the chair, but not everyone has two bolsters. So I'm just putting a pillow behind kind of my lower back, depends on your chair. But I want to also rest my neck and my head. And my feet are relaxing. My legs are, take your feet a little wide. Roll the legs in towards each other so they're not working, completely relaxing. And then turn your palms up or down on your legs. Relax the shoulders back. Just basically find a way that you can be comfortable. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. It depends on your chair. So find a way where you're comfortable. Now, if you're able to come onto the floor, then have a blanket or two, depends on your neck. Have a blanket. Maybe you need a second blanket for the head. If you have a long neck, or if your chin goes back easily, because your back is a little curved, that's going to happen. Then your chin will go back. Then you can, let me show you. You can make a little roll for your neck. And you come down, get that little roll going under your neck. And a little extra blanket for your head. Now this is a little too much for me because I don't have that rounded back, but let's say that that's the case. And then hold your mat, roll the shoulder blades in a little bit, gently in. Bring your hands to the buttocks, move the top of the buttocks away from the lower back, and then take your hands a little bit out to the side with the palms up, with the inner arms rolled up to the ceiling. Get yourself comfortable, and then stretch one leg out at a time. Reach for the heels and then let the legs completely relax. Let the little toe side of your feet fall down towards the floor. Observe as you get into this pose how your lower back feels. If it feels comfortable, then stay in this pose like this. If your lower back doesn't feel comfortable, you can again put your hands under the buttocks and move them away from your lower back. And then straighten your legs out one more time. Now completely relax. Exhale a little fuller a couple of times to help you release any tension in the body. And completely relax your arms, your palms, your fingers. Just let your fingers be coiled slightly. Relax the mouth, the lips, your tongue resting on the lower palate. The legs. Just rest and breathe in Savasana. Now, slowly take a couple of deeper breaths. Bring your mind back into the space. Wiggle your hands, your toes a little. And then gently bend your arms, place your hands on your chest. Bend your legs one by one. And slowly go ahead, roll to your side. Support your head. Bring your knees in towards the chest. And take your top hand, press it down into the floor, and with the head last, come up to sitting. Now never be in a rush to come out of your Savasana. Take your time. Sit on your chair or sit cross-legged on the floor. Join the palms together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this session. See you next time.